Good morning, mamas. It's Priya from MomsPumpHere, and I am live in front of a flower tree. And this is hashtag the Pink Life, the summer series. We are doing episodes, quote unquote episodes, all this summer, just with myself. Super Sue has the summer off, and we are discussing different topics, giving you shout outs, talking about what it is to live your best life as a mom, especially during the summer when things are just a little nutsy. So I have been doing the episodes almost consistently. So last week I couldn't do a live, so I tried to do a live, but I couldn't do it live, and I tried to film a little video and I posted it. So I hope you all got a chance to check it out. So this week I am sitting again in my backyard, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day in New York City. So, warning, I have like bees around my head, and there's construction. So you're gonna hear, there goes a bee. You're gonna hear lots of construction this morning here in New York City, because you know that's what happens. I always think of it as like Fraggle Rock. I don't know if you all remember the TV show Fraggle Rock, with the little green worker guys. Constantly going. That's what I always think about when I hear or see construction in the city, those little Fraggle Rock guys. If you're too young to remember that, never mind. I used to love it! Saturday mornings! I'm sitting here with my cup. See, crazy. This is actually my daughter's cup because she's crazy. I'm just kidding. But I'm having my coffee, my second cup of coffee. I was up early, trying to get things together, organized to get the workday started. And if there's a glare, let me see if I can, because it's so sunny and beautiful out. I'm gonna move it a little bit. There you go. Yeah, so there's a lovely, I don't even know what kind of flower that is, but this tree's been here forever. So it is beautiful outside, and so this past week we celebrated World Breastfeeding Week, and it was just phenomenal. We had so much going on between all of the hashtagging in the social media world, to events, lots of information to share for moms who breastfeed and breast pump, and we were so excited for the week to begin, because we are an international platform. So we have locations from all over the world. So I don't know if you've noticed on our Facebook feed, but we consistently post locations from different places. So you know, you'll see a bunch from the United States, because of course that's the most popular country for the locations to exist, but we also have Japan and Singapore and Australia and tons of different places. You hear the construction? But lots of places around the world moms can use to breast pump and breastfeed, and moms can review these locations. So we had one review that came in last night, which the woman was just like completely, oh man, I should have taken note of where the location was, but the mom was so pissed off about how the people were treating her there, which is great for other moms to know, because you know, nursing rooms have sort of become the norm since we began in 2012, and moms expect the best, and you should expect the best. You should expect the location to be clean, everything, all the amenities to be there, the location to be there. So moms submit the locations, and sometimes it changes, and the only way we would know if it changes if we see a press release, or if a mom actually comes on there and says, hey, you know, this pod or this room has shifted somewhere else. That's the only way we would know. And so this mom left a really, I think it was for an airport. The review was tough. She was just laying it in, how nasty the people were. Anyway, you could leave a review on all the locations wherever you visit. You could submit locations, which is very important. Our community is, our locator is community driven, so it's important that all the moms submit the locations of where they've pumped. We are now over 5,000 locations worldwide, and we continue to grow. It's slowed down since we hit 5,000, which I guess is a good thing, you know, sort of like we have a lot of the information that's available. Sort of like Google, you know, in a way, but we just, you know, as more trickle in, which is fantastic. We have more places for moms to pump and breastfeed, and more businesses are finally getting the drift. So they're finally recognizing how important it is to have nursing home locations for moms, because it's hard. You're traveling around, you're lugging around your electric breast pump or your big bag. Hopefully you have a Sarah Wells bag. Shout out to Sarah Wells. We just had a giveaway with them. So whatever you're lugging around with you, you might have extra kids, you might have a stroller, and it's tough because you do want a place to sit quietly and breast pump or nurse. Obviously we encourage you to nurse out in public whenever you get a chance. And if somebody comes up to your face, you be like, get out of my face. But for real, it is your right to breastfeed in public, and it's important that we continue to encourage moms to do so. So if you see a mom breastfeeding in public, just give her the thumbs up. Always encourage each other. And if you have friends who maybe experienced something when they breastfed in public and they felt like they couldn't breastfeed anymore after that, definitely encourage them to continue, to keep pushing the limits, not to be afraid. It's only by doing that things change. So we could talk all we want about normalizing breastfeeding, normalizing breast pumping, normalizing nursing rooms, actions make things happen faster, just like protests. Think of yourself as like mini protester. You're sitting on a bench, you're breastfeeding in public, somebody approaches you, it's right then and there is your chance to be brave and tell that person, get out of my face, number one, and number two, it's your right to breastfeed in public, and number three, to remind them that they have a navel and they were born once upon a time and they had a mama, and hopefully that mom breastfed them, and if they couldn't, that's okay. So make sure you encourage your friends, if they've ever experienced something. I actually had a mom tell me that a few weeks ago, and it just broke my heart because she's a strong advocate for breastfeeding, and somebody bullied her, and it really, it really saddened her that happened because she was so excited about doing this with her second child. So just make sure you just go out there and support each other. So living your best life. I've talked a lot about, going out there and knowing your rights. Living your best life is all about embracing who you are, embracing being a woman. If you're a dad listening right now, embracing being a dad, because we are dad friendly. But what have I done? So I like to share my stories. I talk a lot about my kids and what I've experienced and how I'm living my best life. So life is a little crazy for me. I have my 3 kids, and if you haven't noticed, I haven't dyed my hair in like weeks. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. But just finding time for yourself to do things like that, or even put on some makeup in the morning. I was like, should I wear some red lipstick in the morning? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally gonna put it on. I don't care how early it is. I'm put it on, feel good about myself. So living your best life is just embracing yourself. And you hear the construction, right? So this week was, it was just really crazy for me. And I didn't really find any time to exercise. My kids have been in summer camp, but it rained, so they didn't go, so I didn't have a chance to walk. I did go to the gym once with my niece because she invited me, and she kicked my butt. And I haven't worked out like that in a long time. I mean, like straight up CrossFit stuff. So I don't know if any fit moms are listening, but CrossFit is just hardcore. You go in and go all out, but she had me at the gym doing all these exercises, and it just killed me. And I just realized, I'm not old, but I just realized how weak I am compared to how strong I used to be. But I tried something new and tried something different. So when you're out there and you are fearful of things, fearful of taking chances, just remember you have one life. You live on a tiny blue planet surrounded by millions of stars, millions of galaxies, and probably in a multiverse, so taking that little risk probably won't hurt you. Obviously you have to weigh the pros and cons very quickly, but it's okay to take little risks, especially if you're taking care of yourself. If you're saying, hey, grandma, grandpa, can you take care of the kids? I need to go out for a walk. by myself. I need to go to Starbucks for myself, which is very healthy for nursing moms, especially new moms. You have to take care of your mental health. I think a lot of people don't talk about that as often. You know, we hear about postpartum, and we hear about moms just, you know, having a really hard time after the baby's born. But it's so important. Can you hear my dog barking? Of course. It's so important that you make time for yourself. So again, living your best life is caring about, it's okay to be selfish. Caring about yourself, being selfish, and making that little bit of time and taking that risk that you might be scared, you might miss a moment with the baby, it's okay. If mommy's not happy, the home is not happy, straight up. So you have to remember that. Taking care of yourself is number one. Now, one huge thing I wanted to talk to you all about was WIC. I don't know if any of you have ever had WIC. If you have WIC right now, or you know another mom that possibly has WIC, but WIC has been around for a very long time. And I actually had WIC when my first son was born here in New York, and it was so helpful in the fact that I had extra food for the kids. I had more resources. I had a lactation consultant. I had a counselor. So every time I went and met with my WIC counselor, I talked about what was going on in the home. Gave him a little update, and it was a good way to get things off my chest. If I needed an extra ear, because as a young mom, sometimes you don't want to talk to your family or friends because you might feel ashamed of some things. So that's why a counselor or a lactation consultant is always a good way to go. They're there to support you and to help you out. So WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children. And we have been so fortunate to partner with several WIC associations around the country. And one of them we've been giving it several shout outs to is Texas. So shout out to the Texas WIC Association. And our friend Melanie Smith. Melanie, I hope you're watching. I've been in contact with her. They have submitted over 150 locations. Over 150 locations. Now, since that's been happening, when they've submitted their WIC locations, other states. So we had some on there. We had some from California. We had some from Florida, but other states have been adding stuff like Virginia, North Dakota, Alabama. Lots of great places have been adding their WIC locations. So WIC, I don't know if you've ever been to the grocery store and you've seen signs. A lot of people associate WIC with going to the grocery store and buying food, underneath, an EBT card or a WIC check. When I had Jaden, I had a WIC check. So EBT cards are new. And you go to the grocery store, you see the big sign saying WIC welcomed here, and when you walk around the aisles, you see the little WIC symbol underneath food items to let the moms know or the dads know that they can purchase that item under WIC, which is fantastic. It's such a great resource because it helps moms who are just struggling a little bit. It helps them to get through things when they need the support most. And these WIC packages, as they call them, are prescribed for pregnant moms, moms in postpartum, children under the age of 5 technically get WIC assistance. And okay, so here's a big thing people never think about. WIC, when you think of WIC, you think of the mom and the baby. So apparently, WIC also helps dads, grandparents, any caregiver. So if you're an aunt or you're an adoptive parent, whatever you are, to your child, if the child is underneath 5 years old, if you have a child, so you cannot get WIC if you don't have kids. If you don't have kids under 5, you cannot get WIC. But if your child is under 5, you can get WIC, and you can be a dad who is single. You can be a dad who's divorced or widowed. You can be, a grandparent who's taking care of the babies, you know, and the kids because mom and dad are not around for whatever reason. WIC is available to families who have children under 5 and that show a need. So do not hesitate to contact your local WIC office. The people in the Texas WIC Association, of course nationally, are just amazing, and they're there for you. So don't be shy or ashamed. You are not alone, and I say this a lot. And this happens in the nursing mom world. You are not alone. And I know sometimes it just takes somebody to just say that in your face, because a lot of times we get in our head. So I know I get in my head a lot because I'm always like brainstorming and thinking and just like, you know, doing that thing. So don't get in your head. Know that you have support wherever you are, wherever you live in the United States. I know other countries have other types of assistance. I have ACTS, so I have family in England and in Europe, and they don't have a WIC assistance program. So their healthcare is universal. Obviously, Great Britain is universal, so their assistance is very different. But they do have programs for moms and infants and dads, of course, with infants. So if you're living abroad, definitely check out what you have in your area. But here in the United States, I know for sure that every single state has a WIC office. So make sure you reach out and you find out which office is closest to you to get that assistance. Also very important. So we've talked about this before, and WIC is also known for, used to be known for the place where you get supplemental food for your babies. So obviously you can buy baby food on WIC, but what about formula? Now formula is the big F word. And we do not promote formula companies, but we promote and support all moms. And we want all moms to know that it's okay if you can't breastfeed, if you're having a tough time breast pumping, you have to supplement. You have no way around it because you have to feed your baby. So WIC is also known for supplementing food. If you cannot breastfeed, and some moms choose not to breastfeed, so that's their prerogative. You can't do anything about it. What you can do is encourage them to breastfeed, but if they choose not to, or they cannot to, they have to supplement the baby's food. And the best way to do that is through supplementals, like formula. So WIC used to be known for that go-to place. And my son, my oldest, when he was a baby, he had kidney surgery. There are a lot of things going on. And it was really important for me to breastfeed him. But I also had supplemental food, which was formula, to assist him because I needed that extra nutrients for him. You know, he was under a lot of meds. There was a lot going on. I breastfed him up until he was 9 months, like about a few months after his surgery. So he had surgery when he was really little, which was tough for everybody in my family. And I know a lot of moms go through stuff like that. So the assistance was really important at that time in our lives. And of course, if you have any questions about, you know, what we experience, you know, don't hesitate to reach out. You know, if you're feeling like no one's supporting you or no one's, you know, if you just need that support, I'm here for you. So don't hesitate to message because moms do that all the time, and I am here for you. So I do have a phone number. So if moms want to find out about breastfeeding support, so lactation consultants are available through WIC, and so they are more focused now. So I talked about the formula stuff. So they're more focused now on breastfeeding and promoting breastfeeding, which is very important again. And they have tons of lactation consultants like I had when Jaden was born, that are there for you if you need support, if you have questions, if you're having a hard time. So reach out to them. They have a hotline. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's 855-550-6667. So I will put this in the comments for the moms. And this is actually for the state of Texas. So I'm also find the national number so moms can have that. And they can find any WIC office in their area 24/7 so that they can contact them and reach out for lactation consultants. But do not hesitate to use the service. It's very important. Okay, enough of the serious stuff. You see the bees? Oh my God. So this week coming up, we are so excited to kick off. So we've been talking about World Breastfeeding Week, but August is also National Breastfeeding Month, and we are so excited to be kicking off our giveaway for National Breastfeeding Month. So instead of just one little product, we have many products, and it's a surprise bundle. So I know that we love surprises. And we have little baby things in there and big baby things in there that any new mom would love. So the surprise bundle we'll be posting it. You might be seeing it on our giveaway pages right now, but we'll be sharing it on social media, so you can find out more about it. All you have to do is just register on MomsPumpHere.com to have your chance to win. And we will pull the winner on August 31st, which is very exciting. And I love surprises, so I'm not going to even say what's in this bundle at all. Zip. So the lucky mom will find out on her own, and we can't wait to see what she thinks. So definitely check us out on MomsPumpHere.com. Use our nursery locator to find places to breastfeed and breast pump around the world. Submit locations, share locations, review locations, and don't forget to check out our new product, Just Add Breast Milk. And we are now available in several different languages. So you can now translate our website into over 150 languages. I think it's 158. And it's available in Spanish, German, French, and different Englishes, like UK English, Australian English, United States English. So you could definitely check that out. We have different languages available for all moms. And I hope you've been seeing our Spanish videos we've been sharing from our mama friend, Leonza. Shout out to Leonza. Thank you for sharing your videos with us. And her tips that she's been giving for breastfeeding in Spanish. So make sure you reach out. If you have any questions, I obviously will post all the information in the comments that I've talked about. And you have a great week, and I'll see you then next week. Bye.